Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about goals. It is a new month. Oh my gosh. It's the second half of the year. 2018 is halfway done. Can we just, I know I start like most monthly videos like that, but like halfway done. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is my monthly goals video where I tell you how I did on my past month's goals. Did I achieve them? Did I not? And what my desired goals for the current month are. So we're going to go right ahead and jump in. I've got my handy dandy cheat sheet as I normally do. Let's talk about June's goals and how I did. So in one word, my June goal was to simplify. Simplify everything, and then I had a little goal breakdown of the different areas of life in which I wanted to simplify throughout the month. So, did I do it? Let's find out. My first goal, and I will link the June goals video up there, so if you want more detailed explanations of what the June goals were, head over there and watch that video first and then come on back to this one where we can talk about how I did. The first one was skincare. As you guys know, I buckled way down, I simplified my skincare routine, and I used the same, so I succeeded in using the same cleanser 95% of the time. Occasionally I used an exfoliant instead of a regular cleanser. I use the Skin Iceland Glacial Cream Cleanser, so it's very smooth, very creamy and foamy, no exfoliant, no nothing. And the Skin Iceland The Antidote Moisturizer, Day Moisturizer, both have willow bark extract in it, which is basically a natural version of salicylic acid. In general, I stuck with those two products throughout the month. I did actually end up adding 2 additional products to my daily routine, one of which was another Skin Iceland product. It was their, I think their, oh, what's it called? One of their, like the oxygenating, I think it's the Oxygen Moisturizer. It comes in a tub. It's not cheap. It's $65, but it is really good and really hydrating. And I needed something a little bit more hydrating, so I started adding that in as a nighttime moisturizer, which seems to help the hydration that I was lacking significantly. And then I also added the Pixi Glow Tonic, which is a raved about product. It is a liquid chemical exfoliant that you can use a couple times a week or every single day depending on your skin's tolerance. So I worked my way up to morning and night. It is my new toner, and those 4 products paired together are really starting to make a difference. I can't tell you for sure how extreme of a difference, because in order to see the success rate of skincare, you need to, it's at least a 28-day process, but it's typically a several month process. So I am in the process of hopefully seeing success. I will keep you guys posted for sure, but I did in fact stick to all of those skincare goals. Diet, eat cleaner foods, and keep desserts except for 1 or 2 options out of the house. I did a great job with this. I really did. And I credit a lot of it to the fact that I joined Imperfect Produce, which gives me severely discounted produce sent to my door. And so I have an abundance of produce in my house at any given time now because of this. And so in order to not waste that food, I have to come up with creative ways to eat it, or I just have to eat it more frequently, and the result is me eating a lot more cleanly, which has been amazing. I don't think, I might have eaten 1 microwave meal this entire month. Like, I'm actually sitting here trying to think about it, and I did a really stellar job of not eating any pre-packaged, anything. Like, yes, I have hummus that I didn't make, but I bought, but like I had veggies and hummus, and I've been way into avocado toast lately, and like, I'm doing it. Wow. I'm actually doing it, and I think it is reflecting in my body and my weight. Well, that's a whole, did I even say we were going to talk about this? I don't know. We're going to talk about this in a second, but I'm feeling really good. And I bet you this cleaned up act is having a big thing to do with that. Then we have counting calories. Did it all month long. Love it. Simplify my step goal. Did that too. I got at least 10,000 every single day, but most days I exceeded that goal because it feels good to exceed your goal. I don't know. I didn't push myself to, I didn't pressure myself to be like, you need to get so many steps, but just the other day I got 20,000 steps without even thinking about it. Like, it's been that kind of month, guys. Purge all the things. That's the only one that I don't think I did a good job on because I was just ended up obsessed with everything else in life. And so I threw out some things, I cleaned out some things, but in terms of like, did I purge my life? No, I did not. So that goal was a failure. Womp womp. And then sleep. I'm actually doing pretty good with that too. I think I'm going to bed at a decent hour. If I'm not ready for bed, I don't go to bed. I've eliminated the anxiety around sleep, and I've started to simplify the process, and it seems to be working. So overall, overall, June was a month of successes and growth, and I'm really looking forward to July. So let's talk about July. My goals for July are as follows. 1, continue to count calories. Yes, I even asked on Instagram what you guys would prefer because I was sitting there trying to debate which route I wanted to go for tracking this month. Did I want to continue tracking calories? Did I want to go to Points Plus, or did I want to go back to Weight Watchers Freestyle? And while there were many of you that said, go back to Freestyle, we want to see how you do, and there was a group of you that said, go ahead and keep counting calories, the more I thought about changing things up again, and I was just like, I don't know, I got really anxious about it. And I was like, this is not supposed to be an anxiety-inducing thing. I'm enjoying counting calories right now, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. At the end of the day, I have to do what works for me, and the least anxiety-provoking thing for me right now is counting calories, so that is what I'm sticking with. My current technique is I have my goal set to the lowest goal possible, which is 1,200 calories a day, but as I also have my Fitbit synced up to it, so as I step and as I get active throughout the day, I earn calories back. So my goal is to eat my 1,200 calories, and then I allow myself to eat what I've earned back, which ends up netting to about 1,500 calories, which is fine. That's great, it's perfect. So I'm going to continue with that for the month of July and see how it goes. Goal number 2 is to bring back the smoothie. I've been eating a lot cleaner, like I've been saying, but I've realized that I haven't done the smoothie thing in a really long time. And I was listening to Rachel Hollis's podcast called Rise, and I adore Rachel Hollis. If you don't follow, she's the author of Girl Wash Your Face, the bestseller, right? Girl Wash Your Face author. I follow both her and her husband on Instagram, and they are just a joy to follow. And she has a podcast as well. Long story short, on this podcast, she had her nutritionist on, and her nutritionist was talking about hunger and what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. This nutritionist does not encourage her clients to count calories. She focuses on the types of food you're eating and talks about the Fab Four. The Fab Four that should comprise most of your diet are protein, fiber, fat, yes, fat, and greens. And so one of her big things that she does is every morning she has a smoothie that has that composition, and it keeps her full. Both the nutritionist and Rachel Hollis does this too. Every morning, Rachel's like, I don't like it. It's not a great tasting thing, but it works, and she has dropped so much weight because of it over time. Not like in a dramatic dieting effect, but like over a couple of years, she's lost like 45 pounds, a bunch of sizes, and now she's happy with where her body is, and she still has the smoothie every single morning. And it got me thinking, I was like, you know, I gotta bring this smoothie back. So my goal is to have, let me see, what should I pronounce on here as of right now? Today is July 5th. I want to do at least 2, ideally 3 or more smoothies per week for breakfast. Or lunch, whatever. Another goal for this month is I'm setting myself a bar limit of 4 bars per week. And by bar, I mean Quest bar, No Cow bar, RX bar, Healthy Eating on the Go bar, anything that comes in bar form. I cannot depend on having those every single day. As much as I would love to, I need to focus more on the healthy, clean, pure foods that I find in my refrigerator, and less dependency on the bar that is already sitting there. So 4 bars per week maximum. One other thing that I'm doing this month, which is huge and going to get its own little videos, I'm changing my focus on weight loss this month. And this actually started in June, and I am not worrying about the number on the scale. I'm just not. I'm not worrying about it, and here's why. This is another goal, so I'm just gonna loop these in together. I upped the number of body pump classes I'm going to in a week from 2 to 3. And because I wanted to push myself further, and for my body, I think adding more classes is going to work better than adding more weight, at least in this point in time. So I added a 3rd class, and I'm starting to see physical changes in my body that make me feel amazing. And one of those weeks on my weekly weigh-in, I hopped on the scale, and I'm looking lean, I'm feeling strong, looking amazing. I got on the scale and I gained a pound. And I was mad about it for about 2.5 seconds, and then I was like, you know what? I feel good, so I don't freaking care what the scale says. And quite frankly, it's probably muscle, because even my husband that weekend, he came home and he's like, you look skinnier, you feel skinnier, like what did the scale say? And I was like, believe it or not, I gained weight. He's like, well, you've got to be gaining muscle because you look good. And I was like, yes, thank you. And I ultimately, like, I made that decision right then and there that I was like, the number is starting to matter so much less to me right now. Because I'm in the 150s, which is where my healthy weight range starts, I'm starting to care less about what the number says on the scale and more about what my body says instead. So that being said, I'm changing my focus about weight loss. My goal is still to lose weight, but it is less about the weight and more about the body composition, right? So I decided, like, honest to God, if I don't lose another pound, but I continue to lose inches, I won't care. Fine, whatever, don't care. But the goal is to tone up and still get thinner and fitter, but I'm less focused about the number on the scale and more focused on overall composition of my body. So I'm still gonna be counting calories, doing all that, because for a while, I'm sure losing the weight is going to help me achieve that body composition I want. But my focus is more on, I'm doing 3 body pump classes per week. That is one of my goals. Religiously, or as close to as religiously as possible, make sure I attend 3 body pump classes a week, which I did just this week. I knew yesterday's class was going to be canceled, or Tuesday's class was going to be canceled because of the 4th of July. So I sought out a different class and went to a class with a different teacher because I wanted to go to body pump. So I went on Monday morning, which I never do, but I had a stellar day that day. I might end up changing my Tuesday night class to a Monday morning class. I can't decide, but I nailed that day because I started the day with body pump. I'm getting all fired up today. I don't know why, but I'm upping the fitness game. I'm focusing more on what I put into my body in terms of health and nutritional value, and more about how I exert my body. I want to build muscle. I want to get stronger. And that is going to be my focus this month. 3 body pump classes, more physical activity, really going gung-ho, and just changing my focus. Another goal for me is to buckle down at work. I did a really crummy job of being a vlogger and YouTuber and blogger this past month. And it's frustrating to me because I don't want to be that person. I want to be able to buckle down and work hard and grow Diva in the Divine to what I know it can be. And it's because of you guys that it can be what I think it can be. So I just need to buckle down and do it more. And there are a bunch of different ways I'm thinking about doing this. But at the end of the day, my goal is to just Brianna, sit down and get stuff done. Just do it. Quit procrastinating, quit doing whatever. And now that I have this new mindset around the weight, which is what consumes me so much sometimes, another video on that I think coming soon. Because based on a sermon I heard at church last weekend, of all things, seriously. Anyway, I was so consumed with all of this focus on the weight loss journey, and now that I had this mindset shift, I was like, well, it's just kind of happening. Everything is just kind of flowing, and now that I'm in that flow for that goal in my life, I can focus more energy on the other goals in my life, and one is to work more and better and more efficiently and crank out content for you guys. And then my last goal is a dreaming big goal in terms of, I don't know if this is actually going to get done, but I really hope it does. I don't think my husband really has any idea that this is what's going through my head, but I'm slowly but surely revamping our bedroom into a more romantic and just less bachelor patty, more adult married couple who like wants to spend time in their bedroom. And the first step to that was I convinced my husband to let me buy those Philips Hue color changing lights for our bedroom as well. We have those in our living room and we love them. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. And one day I switched one over to my nightstand just to see like how would the bedroom look if I started using like a purple light, you know, just to play. And I sent him a picture and I was like, I think this needs to happen. And he went, all right, go buy them. Like, seriously? So now we have those in there, and I have like the lights to set to auto dim, and in the morning the lights will actually wake me up so I don't have to use an alarm. I can use the lights instead, which is really cool. And so like that, in my opinion, really upgraded our bedroom. And then just yesterday, we got the laundry storage solution that I have been wanting so much that doesn't exist. My grandfather built it for me. So now, instead of having just hampers lined up for all the world to see, our dirty laundry is hiding in this beautiful wooden cabinet with pull-out doors, and my tray of perfumes can sit on top of it. It is a decorated, beautiful piece in my bedroom instead of just having laundry hampers everywhere, which just Makes me so happy. And then the last thing that I really want to do to upgrade our bedroom is I want to get a king size bed for so many reasons. So many reasons. Mainly the reasons are I think we need a new, better, more comfortable mattress, but we also need the space. We also need the space. There's a time to be together and there's a time to be apart, and sleeping is a time to be apart for him and I. And in order to do that efficiently, he is a mover and I'm a very light sleeper. So if he gets up, I'm awake and it's awful. And so we need one of those mattresses that will help minimize what I feel, and we need a little bit more space so I can have my gravity blanket without it impeding on his side. He can cuddle with a pillow or whatever it is without it impeding on my side, and we just need a little bit more space. And my goal, my dream goal, is to get us to purchase the stupid king size bed this month. I don't know if it'll happen, but it's a dream. So that is my fantastical. If I can come back next month and be like, guys, we did it, it'll be like bonus star. Those are my goals for July. Let me know in the comments below what your goals for the month of July are. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down there so you are notified every time I upload something new. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Take care and happy July. Bye.